Great afternoon to everybody. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. We're gonna hopefully we gonna have our brother talking with Todd. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have Gemini. This is a Gemini live. So we're gonna talk about Geminis and stuff. So hopefully we get more brother Alice Haran Jr. and sister Cynical One. Please. Thank y'all so much for be here. Um, Hold on for 1 second. Let me check. So I'll be right back. I'm back, family. I'm back. This one is from Talking with Todd. The link that I'm gonna put in right now, that's a Talking with Todd. All right, not nobody else. And I will get to y'all in a few. This is we're talking with Todd. So you can come on in, my brother. Um, hey, hey, Miss Shona Knight, thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm here, so you hit the link, brother. Come right through. So after that, I'm gonna take the link off from the chat. So make sure um only talking with Todd, get the link in the chat. Only him, not nobody else. 12 valves. What's good? Again, the link that's in is for talking with Todd, not nobody else. All right, but we talking about Gemini's. All right, hold on. 12 hours. 12 hours. We concentrate on Gemini. All right. That's what we concentrate on. We don't care about we do not care about we talk about Gemini. All right. We talk about Gemini. See, that's what I keep telling y'all. Read the topic. Read the topic. We ain't talking about. Nah.
What's going on?
Yeah, let me get this up. We don't care about test season. What would you care about that? We don't. We Gemini. We don't care. And what? It's Gemini Live. Gemini. I turn to you, brother. How you doing?
What's going on, man? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I feel good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm good, man. I can't wait to get into this topic because we know we always get everybody misconstrue and get confused about us, and there's
Yeah.
nothing really to get confused about. I believe for the most part, and I could speak for the Geminis that I personally know, not even just off of the strength of myself. Uh, we're straight shooters. So what you see is what you get. We're not switching up for nobody, and if we do switch up, it's because we need to do that to protect ourselves. Other than that, there's nothing else for you. So I just feel like a lot of people like to call us fake and two faced, and it's like, no, it's none of that. See, I've seen people get mad at me because I didn't choose a side. Well, I'm not in this mess that y'all created. If y'all got drama and I'm not in it, then I'm about to not be in it. I'm cool with you and I'm cool with you. Y'all got beef, y'all settle y'all beef, keep me out of it. Don't expect me to choose sides though. I'm not for that.
Yeah. I said for me, 12 hours, I understand what you're saying. But we're gonna keep it, we're gonna keep it. It's Gemini.
Yeah,
What it is, what it is. We
yeah.
ain't changing up for nobody. That's what y'all want us to do. Yo, every time when we come Gemini, we have to change. We ain't changing them for I can talk for my brother. We ain't changing them. We
No.
take it as it is. You know? And I find out, brother, that when we go through things, right? And people want to throw the woolly boo boo, you know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
trying to like cover up their story.
Yep.
You know, we already know we already know what's going on. We just
Right.
waiting. We just waiting.
Exactly. That's all we doing. That's all we doing, bro. And a lot of people just don't understand like how calculated we are. Like we don't have to hurry up and react to certain things quickly. No, 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 no. We do not have to do that. Now, some of y'all might feel like y'all have to do it, but with Gemini's, no, because we're all about making our next move the best move, so we don't have to make another one after that.
Mhm.
I believe that's how we are.
Yeah, we strategic,
Yeah, very,
very
very
strategic.
strategic. Yeah.
Like I can tell you right now, right? There's things that people have don't done them, right? In this space, right?
Uh huh.
I know. I'll be like this. Yeah, I'm a nice person. Yeah, I bring it. Yeah, but check it out though. Sometimes we be letting stories to build up for years.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Because you know why they say why? Yeah, because the story is not being wrote. Your story is not being wrote over a book yet. We just waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it. And I got
Lies.
and people I got people mad at me to this day because I sat and I waited to say something about something. And it's like, well, you wasn't hearing me when I was trying to talk to you then about whatever the issue was. So now that I got a platform and I decided to speak on it, and I'm actually telling the truth, oh, it's a problem. I'm sorry, I'm a truth seeker and I'm a truth teller. I'm not about to sit up here and tell you no lie because I gotta wake up and live with that. I only lie for one reason, and that's to get myself out of trouble. That's it. I lie to keep out of the eyes of the law if I have to. Other than that, I'm not lying. I'm not about to lie. So what do I got to lie for? There's
That
nothing else to
yeah,
lie. Yeah.
there's nothing to lie, but that's what I'm saying. Like matter of fact, me you gonna kick. I mean, when you get home, I want you to call me on the horn. We gonna talk.
Bet for
Definitely,
sure.
we
For
gonna
sure.
definitely gonna talk. Cause I got to keep you about something. And I said for me, it's like us Geminis, we did through a lot. We sometimes we deal with a lot of levels in one, y'all. And they call it
Hmm.
complex and everything. Sometimes you gotta let us be so we could calculate. And you gotta understand one thing that when we do that, it's not about we don't want to say anything. It's not about that. You gotta understand that I could you gotta understand that like the brother Todd up, we calculate. And all we our mind never rests. We calculate. We
Yeah.
always be the first group to think long term. See, Gemini, we don't think short terms. We think long term. And so when we think long terms, we take on a lot. And sometimes we get sick, sometimes we get headaches and that. But at the same time, that's us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
and that's what people understand. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes they be taking like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying that now people say you. And I know people. I know 12 us. They say, "Oh yeah, you know, you 2-1." Okay, we are 2-1, but this is what I'm saying. Like this though too. When we 2-1, just understand before you talk about us, you better make sure that your page is clean.
Yep.
Because if not,
Yep.
we already know. And I'm echoing what the brother is saying, because he born June 8th, right?
Yep. June 8th, bro.
And I'm June 4th. So he knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Just understand, just understand that you know when it's time, we gonna have a clear conscience, and we act like y'all ain't even there. And there is nothing you can say, because for the rest of your life, y'all got to deal with that.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, man, you know, I'm like you said earlier. You said you a nice guy. I'm cool. I could get along with anybody.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. That's it. Don't play with me, and you won't. And I realize this about me, especially like from my younger years to now. My younger years, I didn't have a care in the world, bro. So if anybody came at me with something, I'm heartless with it, and I'm quick. I will respond quick. I will react quick. Not a care in the world. But when I responded like that, yeah, I got kind of a bad rep, but it made people not mess with me. Now, fast forward, I'm an adult, 41 years old. Here it is. People still coming at me, especially since I've been in this media space. Um, and now all of a sudden, you know, people looking at me like I'm some type of target, like I'm somebody that they can play with, and all of a sudden, oh, I could say this about you. If you react, you lose. Oh, no. It's not about me reacting, I lose. It's how I react. If I react like a loser, then yes, I'm gonna lose. I react how I'm supposed to react as a 41-year-old man with a family. That's gonna be different.
Right. I mean, for me, right, it's vice versa, right? I mean, it's just twist. When I was like younger, I know I was Gemini, let things go, things like this. But I noticed that when I got older, I became more heartless.
Yeah,
Sometimes I be looking like that. Maybe in the 80s, little 90s, I get you, but I'm gonna let you dig your own hole. But I know for me, when I hit my 40s, going to 50, yo, bro, I'm saying I put it like this. I'm with you in the deep, right? And somebody like talk to your wife or your kids wrong. I'm around. You're not around. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's on and popping. You have to come get me though.
yeah,
And see, that's what people understand, because you know why? Because I dealt with the hurt in the past. You
yeah,
hear what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk for me, because that's how Gemini's is. And then sometimes that you get short tempered, but strategically it's short tempered. There's a
yeah,
difference that you fly off the handle, but us Gemini, there is strategic short tempered. And sometimes, bro, like I'm 59. You hear what I'm saying? So when my going in my 40s and 50s, there's that time I have to walk away.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm talking actually, well, all right, man, you got that, because what matter of fact, shopping, right? Long
Yep.
then Virginia, right? I'm telling my business. I'm letting people know how Gemini is like, right? Listen, bro. Right, and nah, bro, we black man. We gonna stick together. You know how Virginia, you stay longer than I do, North Virginia, man. I don't want you to get locked. I don't want to get locked. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Whatever it is, I said, whatever, bro. And I was in Wendy's, matter of fact. I just came food shopping. So I didn't really go to Wendy's. I said, bro, I don't want to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? You want a burger? So when we buy you, we can sit down and talk. I'm doing all this
yeah,
because I know how Virginia is. I said, man,
yeah,
I'll talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, let's sit down and talk and all like that. Nah. Yo, man, they call Mister. Yo, Mister trying to be nice to us. What you? I say no. So I said, well, y'all hungry? Yeah. So I bought my burgers. Man, we gonna leave you alone. Bad mistake. So
yep,
this, and this and that and everything. I said, yo, do you know you trying to? Good afternoon, you big G. And so, make a long story short, I had him on his neck. He was bigger.
Yep.
I had his neck like this, choking. I'm talking about what Jimmy King. You know what I mean? So be like, they said. So I'm gonna tell you how God was three ways. It was a police. It was detecting that. I did not know. I had his neck. He said, "It's all right. Let him go, because I think we found who we got." What do you
Wow.
mean? No, not you. No, no, not you. Him. Really looking for you. Come to find he had warrants.
Wow.
I
Wow.
had his
That's
neck.
yeah.
I was supposed to get ready. I was supposed to get arrested for first degree assault. I had it.
Yeah.
They said, "Don't even worry about
Yep. You done looked out for us. Yeah. I heard you. That's
it." So
real.
that's the Gemini kicking me. And so it was like 2013, 14. I think it was. I think it was the end. It was toward the end of 2013 because it was towards Christmas. I remember it was like December before Christmas. I had this
Yeah.
thing like this, and then so I took this. So the cat. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you God was pleased with. So the one who grabbed my arm, he was a Gemini.
Mm.
He said, "I know how it is." He said, "Go home, bro." He said, "Yo, gotta protect that." I said, "I know, but I know. Don't worry about it. We got it. We got our meal right here." He didn't get a chance. I bought him something. He didn't get a chance to eat it. So I said, "Give it to somebody else." And I
Yeah.
took a cab home, unpacked my stuff, eat when Wendy's, act like nothing ain't happened. That's how us Gemini is.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. I just told my wife this recently. I said, look, you know me. I could take a lot and I could deal with a lot, and I don't really crack easy because with maturity, that's what happened. I used to snap at the drop of a dime. But when I got older, I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I can't move like that. Everything got to be strategic. I got to think before I react, whatever the case may be. But now, when somebody just keep poking and poking at me and poking at me, and then finally I snap, she don't really trip like that because she like, you know what? I knew that was gonna happen eventually because you've been chilling. You don't bother nobody. You don't be in nobody's business. So for somebody to come mess with you, they really gotta legit have a problem, or they just wanna have a problem. Like there's a difference. It's one thing if you have a problem with me, you got some beef with me that didn't get resolved. Okay, cool. But then there's people that just want to have a problem with me just because of the space that I'm in. So again, me thinking smart. Like, hey, look, I'm gonna let this slide. All right, I'm gonna let that slide. I'm not gonna let you slide too many more times. Now, when I respond, oh, I'm the victim. How could you say that about me?
Right.
When? No, you kept bothering me. And then when I finally strike back, now I'm the problem. Stop playing with me. And we cool. I
And
can
what I'm
get along with
saying,
anybody. I get along with anybody. Any sign you could think of, I can get along with any other zodiac sign. Stop playing though. And we
I mean,
cool.
for me, it's like, listen, like I tell people, you heard what I say. I'm not afraid of the system. I deal with it all the time. I'm
Yeah.
not afraid walking these streets. I'm not afraid of that. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not too long horn. I'm just keeping it real with you. I don't bother nobody. You talk to anybody, they say, "Yo, that's a cool moment." Wherever he can just show. That's me. That's how I am. But I'm saying,
Same.
just keep on poking. What do you expect? Yo, I'm gonna act like you ain't there no more.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. So you get it. You get it. I'm just, and this has been this whole situation with me this whole time. Then I hear things like, oh, you got that other side to you. I'm like, listen, a Gemini or not, I'm pretty sure everybody has a side to them not to be played with. I'm pretty sure. So you cannot just keep messing with somebody that's not bothering you at all, or take offense to something, take it to heart, and then all of a sudden you attacking them. But when they strike back, it's a no. We not playing that, and that's not even a Gemini. That's a human thing.
That's a
He not
human
about to
thing.
just.
And they
He not.
always say it's a Gemini thing, but it's
Mm-mm.
a humanity thing. But no,
Yeah,
it's a Gemini. Why?
yeah,
That
and
makes
then
sense.
and I get tired of getting called crazy. No, no, no. I'm
Yeah.
not crazy. I just say what's on my mind that you ain't got the balls to say. That's all it is. You ain't got the kahunas to say anything that comes flying out my mouth. You might think it, but you'll never say it because you ain't got it in you to let it come out your mouth. I'm crazy because I'm saying what you thinking. I think you crazy if you thinking it and you're not saying it.
And you know what, brother Todd? There's another one I know you heard. When you talk to them strategically, it makes sense. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh
You sure
yeah.
you don't know what I'm talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, what you trying to do? See, like my late, remember I said my late father said, oh, I don't want to see this hand. I want to see that hand. Oh, you don't want to see the hand because this other hand is other side dirty. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then they always do it. I say, why? And so something you look at them like they talking and put their head down, so like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something you want to say? You can say it.
Yeah. Please get it off your
Because you
chest.
already caught. That's what I'm saying. You already caught anyway. You might just say it. All right, no problem. Don't say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it up. That's how you journey. That's how you want to go do your journey. Just understand this. The more you put yourself in the hole, the more the shovel is bigger.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dig that shovel and throw you in the hole. Act like you know nothing about it. You keep moving.
Yep. Real
That's how
talk.
a Gemini is.
Real talk. Like I don't play like that, man. And then what's another thing we be getting hit with, man? Uh, it was something. Somebody jumped in the comments one day and said, but I guess TikTok blocked they uh they comment or something. But I was able to catch it before TikTok removed it. It was something about narcissistic. I'm so tired of hearing that word. First of all, putting yourself first does not make you narcissistic. Was narcissistic. I think that people use that. People hear these new words and just get to throwing them at anybody and using them in any scenario, and it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Like I really want to. I really want to break out the dictionary for some people because like if you look up the word narcissist, it basically says somebody that makes something about them all the time. In so many words, that's what it says. Me put me first does not make me a narcissist. That makes me selfish, but it's a good selfish because at the end of the day, if you not right and you not putting yourself first, you gonna be losing anyway. So yeah, man.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that means that it don't make no sense to advocate for ourselves, then, right?
see what I'm saying? So these people love throwing these little stupid words out, these new words. Was nobody talking about, oh, you're a narcissist 6 years ago? Like, shut up. Nobody want to hear that. Somebody want to hear that, bro. And then, oh man, this is what I love though. My favorite
Go
thing:
ahead.
somebody trying to use reverse psychology on me.
Ooh, I was going to say that.
I love it. I love it. Like, dog, do you know who you talking to? Like, bro, I'm the psychologist, the therapist, the crazy one, and all of the above wrapped up
All
in one. Come on, bro. Don't play with me. Don't play that game. I love it though. I love it though. It's funny to see just how what I love about people that try to use reverse psychology, especially people with degrees and stuff. You think you just because you were taught that I don't naturally have it in me. Like I grew up in the streets. You know how many times I had to deal with reverse psychology in the street. I ain't had to go to school to deal with it. So which one you think is tougher to deal with? Yeah, I mean, so it's funny, man. I love seeing it. I love to see who think that I'm stupid. I love that.
I do. I did for me is reverse. Like I go back. I'm talking. I want to go back what you say about crazy because it seems that Gemini's. Wherever we talk about, it's always our life experience and logic.
Uh huh.
And then see when we talk that of that nature, there's many nature. There's many levels of us that y'all know. But when we talk logic, you know, do you know? You understand? We already know. But you
Yeah.
talk crazy and stuff, and you say, "Oh, you crazy, you crazy." You actually letting us know. You actually telling on yourself.
Right.
You telling on yourself. You know that, right? That's why, like, when I do, you know, you do this probably longer than I did. But when I do this, when I see people, that's what people like. Oh, you dumb. I know.
Yeah,
Go and speak. Do you want the floor? Go and speak. Just understand though, logic and truth is on my side. I want you to
exactly.
understand that.
Uh-huh.
Not my truth, not your truth. The truth is on my side. I want you to understand that.
The truth. Yes.
The truth. Bob, thanks for praying. The truth. Just understand that.
Uh-huh.
So oh, you crazy. Oh, you why you coming up these topics you say? Then come to find out, oh, I didn't know that happened like that.
Somebody in the comments said y'all go 0 to 100 over nothing. That's it. Now listen, I can attest to that. That's a Gemini that's not mature. That's not all
Right. That's not
Geminis.
mature Gemini. No.
Yeah, that's not a mature Gemini. That is a wild, reckless Gemini, which I've been before. So that, and if you're still dealing with that to this day, that's a bigger problem. That's a whole nother issue. But I could say younger me, absolutely, you're right about that. Me now, no, I just don't tolerate bullshit. I don't tolerate that. I say what I gotta say. Like if somebody came at me right now with some nonsense, hey man, you all right? You need to go get some help. You need to go talk to somebody. I got somebody for you. That's how I would handle it if it really got like that. Because unless somebody putting their hands on me, I could care less about yippity yap. I'm a wordsmith, so I don't care about all of that. I could do that with the best of them. However, it's certain people that I'm not about to waste my time and energy going back and forth with.
Yeah, because when we waste our energy, we wasted time to strategically that we have planned. And that's the
Absolutely.
thing that's sometimes we just you can have that. They probably think they winning, but in the long run they losing. We
Yeah.
win.
Yep.
I'm talking to me. I win. I don't talk. All right, no problem. You can talk all you want. Oh yeah, I can. All right, no problem. But check it out though. But watch how this gonna happen though.
Exactly.
Oh, it hurts now, does it?
Yeah.
Aha. So sometimes us Geminis, when we say we don't want to do, it's not that we don't want to deal with. We just already like again go but times we already figure what's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
So what's this to keep on going on? We already know.
Yeah.
We
I
just sit
think
back and act like this.
another funny thing too that we get hit with, we're cheaters. Let me explain something to the ladies out there that date Gemini men. We're not cheaters. We just love women. All right. And we love different things about women. It's not that we can't settle down with one woman. You just gonna have to tap into other things that we like. Otherwise, we're gonna have other women around, but that don't necessarily make us cheaters. We'll just have other women around for that gap that's being filled. Like for instance, let's say for if my wife wasn't heavily into music like I was, all right, I got a homegirl I could talk to about that. That I can go back and forth with and talk like hip hop stuff with. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. That's not cheating. It's just, yeah, some women that are very insecure look at it as cheating because they feel like, oh, I should be your number one. I should be your everything. I'm sorry. If you're gonna be my everything, that would imply that you're perfect. I'm sorry, you're not. So, ladies, if you're dating Gemini men and they have a plethora of female friends, keep in mind that most Geminis are artists. Most Geminis are creative. They're gonna keep people around that's gonna keep them motivated. Most of the time, it's women.
And at times, sometimes we don't even know.
Yeah,
We don't.
yeah,
I need case in point, right? As you start coming to my channel. Matter of fact, you came to my you came on one of my main lives, right?
yep,
Most of them was women in the
yeah,
chat.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
we was
you can't help that. We cannot help that, bro. That it just is.
yeah, they be like, oh, you talk to different women. No, listen, some of these women I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't even know them. They be like, yo, I can't hide.
can't
Can't
help it.
help that.
You know what's funny? I had to tell my wife that one day because ever since I've been potting, her well, when I first started potting, she was like, so now you about to be having these different girls' numbers and all this other stuff, and I'm like, well, look around, baby. Like, look who I work with. It's mostly women that's dominating in this game. I'm not, or at least where we at in the Detroit area, it's not a lot of men that's potting like
No,
that.
it's not.
It's way more women that's potting than it is men. So I said, this is the direction I'm about to be going in. I'm gonna be in contact with plenty of women because there's more women that's doing this thing, at least in this area. and then it is men. And unfortunately, some of the men I've worked with some different guys in the game, but everybody not on my level. When I say everybody not on my level, I mean like everybody's not on my wavelength of thinking. Like I don't subscribe to some of these dudes that pod and just be dogging women the whole time. I don't subscribe to that. So that's not
Nah,
my thing. So I don't do that. So I'm like, look, I'd rather go with like-minded people. I can't help that most of these like-minded people are women. I really can't. There's nothing I could do about that. And as time went on, she got over it. But in the beginning, it was definitely a thing because she wasn't getting it. I'm like, you're never gonna get it until you become a creative, and you can't just pop up and become a creative. It's either in you or it's not. So once I said that to her, she understood where I was coming from. But we get there's a big misconception with us as far as us being players and cheaters. No, that's not the case because let's be real. Any sign in the zodiac could be a cheater. It don't take much to cheat. All it takes is it could be something as simple as a lack of respect or a lack of sex. That's it. Or you being greedy, that could hit anybody. But I guess we get hit with the bad rep because I remember being told that you the type of guy that can have either you mess with some chicks or you could have a chick of interest in the same room as somebody that you're with and everything could be smooth. I said, well, yeah, because I don't keep people around each other that's gonna stir up any drama. I don't like drama. Now, and I tell people all the time, I'm not a shit starter. I am a shit finisher. So if I finish it, you can't be mad at me for finishing it. It had to end somewhere. But I'm not gonna keep people. I'm not gonna invite drama. So if I got a bunch of women around me, those women have a purpose.
and also too, us as Geminis, right? Because there's a misconception that we want to be right and leaders and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yep.
cannot have we born leaders. You know what I'm saying? Wherever we go, wherever atmosphere we at, we making it happen regardless.
Yeah.
That's where they go back to the women again. A woman, a woman attract leadership.
Yeah.
No matter what atmosphere you in. It's like what I'm saying. Like I give case in I take care of business. I wasn't loud,
Right.
but they attract leadership. And that's
Yeah.
us Geminis is. We are the most creative out of the zodiac sign. That's why when you could go put us anywhere, we're gonna make it. Well, even like if it's yo, you read my Facebook thing this morning.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so that's how we are. You know what I'm saying? So when I say they say, "Oh, you sure you're a leader?" I know I'm a leader. I know that for a fact.
Absolutely. I mean, because, and that's another thing too. I remember getting called an attention seeker because I think a woman mistaken my leadership skills for me being an attention seeker. What happened was I had noticed a lot of people dressing alike when I was in high school. And I said, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like that everybody walking around looking alike. This is weird.
Right.
So I'm about to change it up. So I started wearing mismatched shoes. They'd be the same shoe, two different colors, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I would just switch things up to where I stood out compared to everybody else. Because my thing is, I'm not about to. How am I gonna stand out if everybody else is looking alike and I'm right in the mix with everybody else? I'm not doing that. So one day, this girl, she said, you know what? You think you the shit, don't you? I said, no, I don't think I'm the shit. You must think I'm the shit. So what is it? What is your purpose of saying that? She like, oh, well, look at how you're dressed. I'm like, I'm dressed like this because I don't like looking like everybody else. I'm like, this is everybody came to school today, putting on the same shoes, same clothes. What is this? We not in the army. This
Yeah.
ain't twin day. What are y'all doing? So I changed the game and I realized I'm like, oh, you ain't never seen nobody be different. So I get why you looked at me like I was seeking attention or I'm arrogant or whatever the case may be. No, I just like to be different. And the only way that I'm gonna be different is if I do different.
Yeah. Like down here, they say, man, I know you from New York. Yes, I am. So I wear different. I wear things from New York. I wear where I'm at. And I mean, different. I'm different. I gotta be different. If
Yeah,
I put stuff outside, if I'm look, we look around. Nah, I gotta we take this off. That's how I've done that.
yeah.
Like that. And even like sometimes I do lives. Like if I feel that that title does not fit what I'm trying to do creatively, I erase everything.
I don't blame you.
Start over again.
Yep, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, and that's how I am, bro. Like, I remember my wife getting mad at me because she was like, "Why you do that? Why you erase that? You about to start over again?" I said, "Cause I didn't like it. I didn't like what I did. So I didn't. I might have said too much. Like I'm all for telling the truth, but I don't want to overspeak. So I said,
Yeah.
you know what? No, I'm redoing it. You know, I got to. I'll see you when I get home later. But I had to do it. This is what I was recording. I was recording like was it I wasn't going live. It was just pre-records. So I could make my pre-record. I go back listen to it because my pre-records wasn't that long. Like this is before I started interviewing people and stuff.
Right.
So it did go from 12 anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes depending on what I'm talking about. And I'll be done with it. So when I told my wife, I'm like, look, man, I gotta redo this. I'll see you later on than what I thought I was gonna see you. She was like, why? I was like, because I didn't like how I said too much. And sometimes when you're talking, let alone telling a story, you can get lost in telling the story and then say a little too much that stuff that you
Yeah.
didn't want to say. So that's what made me start it all over. And she was like, you couldn't just edit it out. I'm like, no, because it wouldn't have flowed smooth. So
Right.
I have to. I gotta redo it, shorten it up, and then I'll be done, and it'll be fine. So yeah, sometimes being creative it can be a pain, but when you understand, the good thing about being creative is you take that creative mindset and you put it with everything else. So therefore, if something not done right, even if it's at your regular job, you gonna make sure that it get done right instead of just leaving it there being lazy. Creatives, I rarely meet creative, lazy people. Very rarely, especially Geminis. I very rarely meet them. I can't even think of it now that I think about it. I can't even think of a Gemini that, and I like I said, most of them creative. None of them are lazy. Not one. Everybody gets something done. One of my buddies, he a little older than me. He just graduated, being I think he an electrician now, or at least
Hmm.
somewhere in that field. He a year older than me. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna go back to school, but he did it. Again, he's good with his hands though. He know how to do all that stuff. He just like, man, I had to get to a point where I got licensed because of now people don't care about experience. They want to know if you licensed and experienced.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
bet. So that's how that went.
Yeah. So and also in the atmosphere when we go out, they always say that we got a one eye. It
Uh-huh.
seems like they always say that. Oh, it seems like when you come in, you center attention. No, it's not that. They don't recognize real. We can't help it that wherever we go to, we make it happen.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's how I be. And I tell people all the time, I am a popular loner. I don't hang with nobody. But when I go to places, everybody know me. Also because I moved around a lot. So I know people from this area that don't even know these other people that's from this area. But I become the center of attention because I know everybody because of how I moved. So
Yeah.
a lot of people don't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, you always the life of the party. No, the I'm not really the life of the party. I know how to carry myself and I carry myself with respect and I respect other people. I'm never disrespectful until I'm disrespected. And
Yeah,
that's the
that's
truth.
true. Yeah.
So a lot of things that we get hit with, and I think I think it also comes from people watching too much TV or being on social media too much. Like you see things that all right, Donald Trump, he a Gemini. So you see things that he does and says. He has a lot of moments where he's very ignorant. So then people try to equate that to all Geminis. That's not all Geminis. And again, back to being a truth teller, Trump told people can feel how they want to feel about Trump. But this goes back to him. This goes to him being a Gemini. He told people he did not care about being president from the start. It started off as a game for him. And when he actually won, he was just like, "Oh, all right, let me at least attempt to take this serious since I won." He could have bowed out. But then
Yeah.
he started realizing, "Oh, it's certain changes that I can make. All right, let me do this." And I'm sorry, you're gonna get the good and bad with anybody who's running the world or running the country. You're gonna have good and bad. There's no way around it. But the good thing about Trump is Trump told you who he was. So again, back to us being truth tellers, we're not gonna play games with nobody. We're not gonna sit up here in front and act like we're somebody we're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That is so true. And sports. Gemini. They said Gemini loves sports. More than love marriage and girlfriends no.
That's not true for me, but I
Hey,
will. It's not true for me. I like sports, but I like playing them more than I like watching them. If I'm watching them, that means I'm at that game. I gotta be at that game to get that real feeling of being there. Like I think I got spoiled when I started going to games, and it was just different. I was really paying attention. I was really engulfed in what was going on. Back to sitting back at home watching it on TV. It just don't it ain't the same for me. But I'll play them. I will play them in a heartbeat. But other than that, nah. I'm very active though. I'm very active. I work out a lot. All of that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody hit me up, say, "Hey man, we about to go play ball," I'll go. And I'm not even the greatest ball player, but I'll do it. But yeah, I don't. Nah, sports don't keep me warm at night. My woman does, so I don't put sports over my woman. Even if I was into sports, I don't see me doing it unless it was money involved. Now, money involved. Hey, baby, you're going to take the back seat and relax for a minute because I got to get this bread. You like the lifestyle you live, right? Okay, shut up. Let me make this money off of this game. I got to watch the game, though, so I can see what's going on so don't nobody try to cheat me. Simple. Now that's the only way I'm putting sports over my woman. That's it, bro.
yeah. I, how long you gonna be on?
I got till about one. I got till 1 o'clock. Wow, what's up?
1 o'clock? Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. But anybody want to ask questions, you can. We still go on.
Oh yeah.
What's the misunderstanding about Gemini that people know?
Um, a misunderstanding that we're combative.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the other misunderstandings. We're combative, and it's not that we're combative. The truth of the matter is if we don't understand something, we're gonna try to figure out where you're coming from. So the back and forth stems from the lack of understanding where you're coming from. I had explained that to somebody recently because they thought I was being combative, and I'm like, I'm not being combative. I'm trying to understand why you think the way you think. That's it. So if I don't understand something, it's gonna come off like I'm being combative because I have a tendency to get passionate during
Yeah.
conversations, but I'm not combative. But that's a definite misunderstanding about Geminis.
Welcome, Ramlin. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that.
What up?
Yes, thank you. Well, for
What's a
me,
misunderstanding? Yeah, what's a
oh,
misunderstanding
sorry.
on your end?
The misunderstanding is there's a lot. That's a good question, bro. I think the misunderstanding of me that I let things go too fast.
Hmm. Okay. Well, give me an example.
Like for instance, somebody could do something to me, and they say, "Oh, you just let them do whatever they want." No, no. I said
Right.
because I understand the admin situation I'm in strategically.
Right.
But see, sometimes us Geminis, sometimes we say things strategically, and sometimes we see strategically silent.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to be strategically silent, web situation. So I really got picked up because, like I said, I told like almost an hour ago. I don't know when I got older, I get worked. I'd be like, yeah, I ready to like yo,
Yeah.
but but that's what I'm saying. For me, strategically, I said I ain't getting away, man. You let that person you want, no, that's okay. Because
Right.
look, understand what I'm saying. Look what's gonna happen to them. Oh, sometimes strategically, you gotta be quiet.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think another misunderstanding with Geminis is that we're we're manipulative. It's not that we're manipulative. Me personally, and I'm gonna just speak for myself on this one. I've had plenty of conversations with people about certain things, and I've been accused of bending what's being said in my favor, and it's not that. All I be trying to do is get people to understand other sides of the coin.
Right.
Like if you told me you felt like, let's go with rap. Let's go with rap real quick. Let's just say you didn't like somebody from my city. Let's say Royce the 5'9". Let's say you didn't like him, right? You didn't like his music. Okay,
Right.
cool. Hey, but listen, you may not like his music, but how do you feel about him with bars? Bars is different from music. Like, yeah, okay, you might not like his music, but do you think he's a dope spitter? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm the
Mhm.
type of person that's going to try to get people to look at the other side of it and be like, you know what? You right. See, there's been plenty of people that'll say, oh, I don't like Royce music, so I think he whack. No, you can't say that he's whack. This guy rap beside Eminem, one of the most greatest rappers of all time. So you can't say that he's whack if he rapped alongside of him. So
Right.
I'm that type of person that try to get other people to see the other side. Like, okay, you might not like his music, but you could never say lyrically that man is whack. So I've been accused of finagling conversations, and I'm like, I'm not finagling anything. I'm just trying to get y'all to see the other side. You see good and damn well, if you listen to one song and you hear this man rap, you gonna see for yourself bars. I mean, just lyrics. Forget the music. You cut the music down and lift the bars up if you want. That guy is a beast. So I just try to get people to see that other side. That's it. But I've been accused multiple times of being a manipulator, and I'm not a manipulator. I just want you to see what I see. Like, hey, look, yeah, this might not sound right to you, but this is what it really is. Listen it from this standpoint. Oh, okay. But I still don't like this and that or whatever. Okay, cool. You don't have to, but don't just sit up here and say something whack, and you ain't even really listening with a full ear. So yeah, I think being a manipulator is a big misconception. Can we be manipulators? Absolutely. Everybody can. But I think that's a tag that people need to take off of us. If
Yeah.
anybody's a manipulator out of the zodiac, like a master manipulator, it's Scorpio.
Yeah. Yeah. Like for me, right? It was one time. I talk about sports, so they say, "Who you think is better, Shaq and the Lakers world champ?" I'm taking world champ all day. They said, "Why?" I said, "Look at this book of record." They say, "Yo, but we're talking about range. No, no, y'all keep on hopping on range. I'm talking about as a player. If you have somebody that have had to white in the court because you play, you transcending."
Yeah.
And so, like you saying, I want y'all to look us at the historical content. Y'all look, I'm talking about rings and look at the historical content. You had to change, you had to whiten the court because of me.
Yeah.
He got 90 different records of offense and defensively that never gonna be broken. I'm talking about never.
Yeah.
He got a quadruple double in 68 in his twilight career. So I told people this all the time that when we talk about Gemini, we always gonna go. on the other, what you see on the other side, because
Yep.
there's truth is right there. The truth
Yep.
is right there if you want to search for it. But we want to talk about the truth. It's like, oh, hey, this is your truth. No, we go on, we're talking about the truth. And so there's a misconception of us that we know it all.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I think I think another one is probably that we got bad tempers. And I don't think we have bad tempers. We just have very low tolerance for nonsense.
Or some
Uh,
BS.
yeah, I don't like if I know somebody coming at me with some BS. Why would I want to purposely entertain it when I know I don't have to? And then if let's just say I'm in a predicament where I can't get away from it, of course I'm gonna say what needs to be said or do whatever needs to be done to make sure that person leaves from the vicinity or from within my vicinity. Like I'm not about to just sit there and just keep letting something happen. No, like I like I don't like that we get hit with everything we get hit with is something negative. I don't never hear. I see a bunch of memes and posts and somebody always something saying something crazy about Geminis. It's always something nuts. It ain't never nothing positive. Nothing. Not when it came down to relationships or nothing.
Nothing.
Only thing I think we do get props on is sports. Uh Allen Iverson, Gemini. That's the same Gemini that crossed Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
yeah, yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Carmelo. It's quite a few Geminis in the game but other than that, I don't see us getting any props. We might. Oh, I take it back. We get props when it come down to music too. You know, you got Biggie, you got Pac, you got Jadakiss, Lauryn Hill. Uh, who else on that list? Dave East, Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? It's oh shit. Even Kendrick. You know he a Gemini. So we get props in like two little areas. Other than that, we do not get props. We get props on the entertainment level or sports related, but not when it comes down to being a person.
And it always had to be, yeah, yeah, but it's a but. Why always gotta be a but?
Yeah,
Always a but.
yeah.
Like,
But I do believe that we the most love hated sign ever though. We the most loved hated
man,
sign.
man.
I just made a post the other day, earlier this week, and I said nobody can ever fully hate a Gemini. You hear somebody talking junk about a Gemini, there's a compliment in there somewhere. There's some type of love there that they just can't let it go. They can't just sit up here and say they completely hate a Gemini. To me, will have to do something that was unforgivable for somebody to just completely hate them. See, when somebody's completely, I've heard people tell me that they hate me, but it still hold a conversation with me.
Isn't that something, right?
Yeah, yeah, crazy.
Why you hate me for? I mean, you hate me, right? When you hate a person, logically, you don't want to be around, right? So
Exactly.
anything I do, you don't like it. There's a certain karma over you. You just don't like it. You cringe at it, but
Yeah,
you still want to do it. I still want to be your friend. Why don't you like me?
yeah.
But see, you see the love of Gemini now, but you just cannot admit it. Right.
There you go.
That's what it is. Y'all don't want to admit it. You know we good people. You know we down to earth. You know that if you roll with us, you good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You good. You don't. I don't care what they say. Cause it happened to me. You know, it happened to you too. I don't care what you must be a fucked up individual. I know he go with me because I already scored with this person. This person ain't all right. It's you. Something
Right.
wrong with you.
Yep.
You roll me. If anything happen, let me have it. Cause I done it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. I already know, man.
We see a good in people. This is like, let me tell people about how me and brother talk. I knew of him already, right, on YouTube, but I see him on TikTok, and then we just hit it off like that. He said, "You a Gemini?" Right? I said, "Yeah." That's it.
Yep. That
It
was
was done.
all.
Then 2 weeks after, he did a chop up. He said, "He looked familiar." That's talking with Todd. That's what you see. Give me a chopper. Then watch out, y'all, because he gonna have me on his channel in the near future. Watch out, because because we probably ain't all about we a Gemini, but
Yeah,
We had that spirit among each
be,
other that we could
being a Gemini was nothing more than just an icebreaker. Like knowing that we was Geminis, that's all that was. Other than that, you know, I'm more of a character person than a zodiac sign person. Just because I meet somebody else that's a Gemini, don't mean that they automatically gonna be cool. You know what I
right.
mean? Like I met some Geminis that ain't cool. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
yeah,
We had picked people.
absolutely. I go off energy. So the energy was right. I saw what he was posting. I was like, okay, I could rock with this dude. And I went off of what I saw, not
Right.
off of the fact that just the fact that he was the Gemini. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And off the zodiac sign alone. Yeah, we
Yeah.
go by a real Gemini go by feelings and and constructed emotion.
Yeah.
I call it constructed emotion. And
Yeah.
so when I see Bro Todd, I read his stuff. I said, yeah, it ain't all about Gemini. I said, yeah, I'm like this. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what it
Absolutely.
was. It was it was like this. Then all of a sudden, it just it,
Yep.
all Gemini's not like that. Well, as I'm
Mm.
saying, listen, like I said, never repeat it again. Let people know. Don't think us as Geminis, or we get along with every Gemini because it's not like that. No, there's some
Nah.
they don't even know what they really are about. They just individual. But we
Yeah.
respect them from a distance. But a
Yeah.
real Gemini, we go by emotion, go by intelligence, go by everyday life and stuff. All that wrapped into one. And that's what I see brother Todd.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Definitely. And that's what it should be. That's what it should be like. But of course, we live in a world where everybody fake and everything is fake. Oh, I want to rock with you, but it's only for personal gain. I ain't with all of that. Like, if you cool, you cool. I'ma rock with you. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give everybody my number. When I saw you reaching out to me on social media, I'm like, dude. After I post stuff, I'm out of here. Here's my number, bro. You know what I'm saying? If
That's
you
what I
want me to
did.
watch, if you want me to watch something, hey, shoot me a text because it's easier to catch me like that than it is for me to be on. So I don't be on there all day. Once I post what I post, unless I'm like having a back and forth with somebody or something like that, like in the conversation, I'm not on there. I refuse to let my phone take up my day because I remember being the person that would let my phone take up my day. That's why I'm thankful for jail. Jail, that was the first time I was able to detach from everything and everybody, and that's why I'm cool to this day without my phone. Look, I done already shared and promoted this. I'm gonna promote it again. Once I'm done promoting, I'm off. I'm not about to be on here all day unless I have to be.
Yeah, like for me, I used to do like 3 or 4, you know, a day, or
Uh-huh.
sometimes 4. But I got older and everything. I'm talking about as a Gemini now.
Yeah.
Now I got things got to be right for we organize. Things got to be right for us when we organize. Things got to be again strategically working and strategic logic for us to keep on operating. So it's just like for me, if I don't feel like doing it, I can go. I got topics. I can go and pop 1, 2, 3 out. But today I was like this. I'm just gonna do one Gemini thing, my brother, and let it rock like that. And that's how I feel sometimes. So sometimes you gotta understand which Gemini you're dealing with. Sometimes you sometimes you could deal with Gemini, and it's not like, oh, that's how all Gemini is. There are some
We're
Geminis, like
not. We're
the
not.
brother saying, they
Yeah.
don't, like, man or woman, they do not. I'm not. There's some that are abusive and they manipulative. Yeah, those are ones you stay away. But there are some they still find a way to being a Gemini because they never be around with a Gemini space that help them. So I want you to understand that. So sometimes you got to give them a little patience, especially they want to work to be better. You got to give them. You got to give them little time. They will
Yep.
figure it out. Trust me, they will figure it out. Let all of them figure it out. But the abusive ones, nah, you stay away from them. You can,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like it. Would you stay? But you with them though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's you and you. So you got to pick with Gemini. Like me, Todd, we good. We good. We great Gemini.
Yeah.
Because listen, because we identify who we are. And we versatile what we do. and we understand that we carry a bigger responsibility of being a Gemini. A lot of people don't feel to understand being a Gemini is not easy, yo, because there's a lot of we get a
Yeah.
lot. Every lot of people don't understand thoughts. What you figure, just like brother, he say, "Are you going to do the Gemini thing?" I said, "Yeah, we do the Gemini thing." Do y'all know what work I got to put in? What title I got to put in? And at the same time, the brother here, I didn't even tell you, but the brother, he's out of town, so I got to think. I said, I don't want to, I got to think of him and his family. He means to get home safe. That's how I think. That's how I
Right.
am.
Right.
I think of that. So I said, I got to make sure to make it more comfortable to him, so he get home safe. Because we got something for y'all in the future. It got
Yeah.
all we can say it's got something to do with hip hop. That's all we're going to do. But
Yep.
I want him to get home, and then I did the Gemini thing, brother. I said, how I gonna say, how I gonna what time you gonna do? I said, you know what? I'm just going to just like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how
That's
we
cool.
do. We calculate. That's I gotta calculate. We
Yeah.
calculate 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7 days at one time.
Yep.
Now people say, once you slow down, no, yeah, that's how we are.
Multitask.
Creating. That's
Yep.
creating. That's us.
Yeah.
Calculate to us is creating.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's the next move? That's
What's the
it.
next move? Right. What's the next strategic move? Right. Like when
Yeah.
I get over here, what's the next move?
Yep. Yep. That's it. I'm with you on that, man. That's another thing too. A lot of people. I need people to understand something too about Gemini's. If you come across a Gemini that's quiet, it's not just for the sake of them being quiet. They're being observant, or they're calculating, or they're not feeling the energy. So if you catch a Gemini being quiet and
Yeah.
it turns out they not feeling the energy in the room, they're gonna leave at some point. They're gonna leave. They're not gonna stick around and just be quiet the whole time. No, because then that's gonna open dialogue for somebody to talk to them and then ask them why they so quiet or what's wrong. You being antisocial? No, no, no. I'm not antisocial at all. I just don't rock with the people here. That's it. But see, now we live in a day and age that if you come clean and say things like that, you're being rude. No, not being rude. Why? What do I? I don't owe anybody in here anything. So why do I owe y'all respect, or enough coof to not tell y'all I don't rock with everybody else that's in here? Y'all not doing nothing for me. I got my own brand that I built. You know what I'm saying? On my own. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I didn't ask for no handout. I don't owe nobody no money. What are we talking about? I'm gonna say what I want to say. That's it. So if we quiet, don't think we just being antisocial. Because there's one thing I will say: there's not too many antisocial Geminis that I know. Now it's some grumpy ones, and that could fall into antisocial because they just don't like people. Cool, but for the most part, we're not antisocial. We're probably the coolest out of the zodiac signs. To be honest, and when I say cool, I mean probably have the most common sense and balanced. Like, you can't come to us and just tell us whatever you want us to hear. We need to see it for ourselves too to be the judge. It ain't just like I can never just trust somebody else coming up to me saying, "Hey man, don't rock with such and such because they did this, they did that." Okay, my next question is, did they do something to you? No, but I heard about this and that. No, conversation's over. I'm not going to listen to you just off of something you heard about somebody else. You don't even know. And even if this is what I be trying to tell people, just because you heard something, don't necessarily make it true. There are
True.
three
Right.
sides. There are three sides to a story. So I don't want to hear that. So they didn't do nothing to you. I'm not. I'm really not trying to hear it. I'm really not trying to take your word for it. If they did something to you, I'll take your word for it slightly, because people are fickle. Ain't no telling what somebody else may have did to conjure up the actions of the other person. So when somebody come to me telling me a messed up story, my next question normally is, what did you do? So yeah, and a lot of people, they don't like that about me. I am
Me
not.
either.
Now that I'm older, I am not for the shenanigans. Let's get down to the truth and let's figure out a way. And if If you telling me the truth, I could actually help you solve your problem better than what I could off of a bullshit lie.
Just as right. Go back. I'm gonna people to understand. Go back and first brother Todd. He said, "Yeah, I got a pocket through Facebook and stuff like that. Once you go check it out, it's up to you."
Yeah.
He ain't had to. Trust me, he didn't have to. But he go back on energies that I put out. And
Yep.
I think it's a benefit for you. You get to know a family and stuff. And then his thing was like, yeah, I like what you're doing. You get your, to broaden out your brain. You know what you do.
Appreciate it.
I got some good. Yeah, I appreciate it, and I got some good brothers at the same time. And so when I start joining, because I have to check it out. We got to check it ourselves.
Yeah.
Check it out. Yo, so as he already know, I've been calling almost every week, and he got some beautiful people. He got some beautiful people, and so, and I'm glad because I told him like a few days ago you weren't here, but I want to tell you right now that the show that you put me on, I gotta tell you, you got me through a lot of times.
Thank you, man.
And I would appreciate that. They're taking
Yeah.
my calls and everything. And maybe it sounded like I wasn't going through something, but I was sometimes. But y'all got me through a lot. But see, go back to my point again. When we understand these other Gemini spirit, that's the way it goes. When we spread, we spread. It's not like
Absolutely.
we spread like little here. No, we spreads. So now, when I call right now, he knows when I call, oh, that sounds like underrated darkness.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because they see my positive energy.
Yep.
I had to show because us Gemini, we show it. And it's all good and everything. Hopefully, I forgot to tell you this, brother. I told them that I want to interview y'all one day, and they said it's okay, and you gonna be included. So look for them; they're gonna be
Thank
okay.
you.
And
Thank
me and brother Todd, I'm gonna interview them how they get it done and stuff like that. But
you.
see,
Bad.
again, as me being a genuine Gemini, I'm not afraid to I'm not afraid to show my positive energy.
Yeah.
What's the high? So that's what I'm saying. Us as Gemini, that's how I say, but when you get to know a Gemini, understand, read about Gemini, educate about Gemini. Just don't go by here saying something because sometimes you can deal with a Gemini right there, and that could be one of the best people in your life, and then you just brush them off. And you're like, because that because we could fit in everywhere.
Exactly.
We fit in
Exactly.
everywhere. That's what people are like. Man, I never thought you could. Yeah, but I feel anyway.
Yeah. And people. Yeah, that was another thing that was funny. Like people, they don't know what to expect with us.
Yeah.
I didn't. People didn't see me in rooms that they thought I wasn't supposed to be in, or around people they didn't think they'd see me hanging around.
Yeah.
Why not? I could relate to just about anybody. So it's not me in the room with people that you see that's unexpected for you. It's nothing to me because I feel like I could vibe with anybody. Like in school, yeah, I was popular, but the thing about me was I wasn't a typical popular dude. I didn't play sports in high school, and when I did, it was like my senior year. But here it is, I'm popular, but I'm not hanging with the popular crowd all the time. I'm a vibe energy type of person. I'm not just hanging around people for the sake of hanging around them. Oh, you cool? Bet I'll kick it with you this day. Oh, you cool? Bet I'll kick it with you this day. So I was one of the few people that was popular, but not running around treating everybody or treating people like I'm better than them. I don't really care about being because one thing that I realized about popularity, it comes and it goes. It's no different from money. So I don't really care about being popular. A lot of people want to be popular instead of being legendary. I know I want when I leave here, when God decides he about to take me up out of here, I want people to be like, yo, this dude helped me through something. He did this, he did that. Hey, I went through the toughest time I had. This happened and he was there. That's what I care about. I could care less about popularity.
and I
Popularity is it's a headache.
yeah, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I
No,
think
you good.
I feel the thing about us at Gemini when we got older, we strive for legacy, not popularity.
Mm-hmm.
I think our legacy is much more important than being popular. I think along the way we always strive to be like strive for perfection. Stuff like that because we want to keep on building for our legacy.
Yep.
And I think that that's a misconception of us as Gemini. They think, oh, you just doing it. You got to go through this. You got to go through. Why you got to go through this and stuff like that? We building for legacy. Like I said, long term. Long term is legacy for us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why, like what Brother Todd talking about, that's a great point. That's why we put ourselves, that's why we could fit in everywhere because that's who we are. We are building for legacy. So sometimes if some this don't jump on temporarily, get this. Oh, if
Yep.
that don't happen, we can get that. And
There
that's
we
why to
go.
go back to the point of Brother Todd, when he introduced these people, I mean his family, right? There's another avenue I can get to. See, the people, this is people that understand when we work together. Was that's a good time. He smiling because he know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's all about building legacy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what us Gemini's are. So sometimes don't think that he she don't know what they're talking about. Oh, they're like this. Sometimes that what you're saying doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean nothing. Okay, in all due respect,
Yeah.
you're a person, but it doesn't fit our criteria of building.
Nope. Nope. Not at
Understand
all.
it?
I'm a showman, and I only believe in the people that show.
No.
Show. Like I don't want to hear about talking. Talking is great, but talking can that's all it can be. Anybody with Wi-Fi can talk. No, I want to see some action. Where's your
And
heart at? Where's your head at? Okay, cool. So yeah, that's the type of person I am. So for everybody out there that's been watching, if you've ever felt some way about a Gemini and it was in a negative light, I hope that we were able to change your minds. Because and even if we didn't, that's cool too. I don't care. I just my thing is I'm always gonna be me regardless. Nobody could change that. You know what I'm saying? Underrated darkness, he's always gonna be him. Nobody could change that. And
right.
if we showed you at least if we showed you guys a different side, dope. I love it. That's dope. Because I believe people have had some traumatic experiences with a Gemini before. I've heard stories, and sometimes, hell, I've been a part of the stories. But now that I'm grown, evolved, mature, all of that, nobody can really say nothing bad about me. And if they do, it's old shit. So I hope we was able to change y'all minds. You know what I mean? And or at least get y'all to see something different when it comes down to that particular zodiac sign.
But brother Todd, I'm gonna ask you to help me with this one. I get ready to say because I'm gonna
What's
need
up?
your help on it. Like there's a Gemini. I'm a type motherfucker. You know, you heard me. I gotta get you. But at the same time, you see how I ask for the brother's help?
Yeah,
That's what us Geminis do because he identified you. So I'm like, yeah, look. I really, I like I tell them, I tweet you out, dog. On real, I'm dead. I'm dead. They be looking at me, yeah, because I got knowledge now. You put me
yeah,
in. I'll tweet you out, dog.
yeah,
Straight up, yeah. And I don't think, I don't care two cares about you.
yeah. Real talk.
But at the same time, talk to Brother Todd later on. Help me, like, maybe you should go through some help each other and everything. See, that's what Gemini see. That's Gemini. We our own agency.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So let me read it before we get out of here. That you make me read now. So, welcome back, Masana. Now she said, "I always say you treat a janitor the same way you treat a CEO. Be nice to the people at the bottom because you see them when they are right back down there. Stay humble."
No, most definitely. Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
and that's what I said earlier. I don't treat nobody different. I've been popular, and I've hung out with the people that was considered to be lame or whatever. I didn't care about none of that because I like the character. I could care less about popularity. I didn't met the so-called famous people from Detroit. There's nothing to write home about. Some of these people that everybody see and look up to and just be like, oh, all of them people, they're trash in real life.
They
They are
are, yeah,
trash.
they are. And you know, like for me, right? I got this right. So it was this young guy, right? Oh, he nasty motherfucker, boom boom like that. He said, "Well, yeah, pick your head up, dog. You alright?"
Yeah,
He talked to me. Yeah, I talked to you. Y'all like the camp. I like how you represent. For what? Oh, you talk to him? Yeah.
yeah,
He's a person, right? Why are you talking to me? Yeah. You want something to drink? Want some to eat?
yeah,
You ride? You get on the bus. I pay for your bus ride with me. Let's talk.
yeah.
Little gesture like that. That's how us Gemini. I ain't saying it just for show, but that's how us Gemini is, man.
Absolutely,
What?
absolutely.
What's going on? Yeah, man, I'm hanging. Yeah, you know that you all right. You talking to? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You what? He said, yeah, I play ball and I do. Yeah, you play ball. You nice? Yeah, I'm nice. Yo, I was MVP. Where you just look? Matter of fact, you know what? I'll buy you some more stuff. And you
Yep.
have. He said, you know, come to find out, brother, he was a Gemini, and
See?
he's trying to identify what Gemini is. And then, you know, when I talked to him, he cried. He said,
Wow.
nobody ever talked to me like that, that believes in me when I was saying something. I said, you got to understand one thing. Being a Gemini is a whole nother level, bro. That you have to understand. You're going to be hated because you see things collectively faster than us.
Yep.
You
Yep.
got to understand that. And part of that is you got to carry that burden, bro. That's what it
You
is.
got to be strong enough to carry
You
that
got to be
burden.
strong enough to carry it. Now, people talk about carrying the cross. Let me say, as a Gemini, we got to carry that burden every day because our truth, especially we know it's right, it's logic, is always kicking dirt against it. And we got to carry that. That's a heavy burden. That's what people talk about Gemini. They like, how you do it? That's where it is. And I had to explain to him, that's where you go. The rest of your life being Gemini. You gotta understand that group right there is not good for you. You gotta be around people that identify who you are.
Right.
So I know we do make your last remarks. I know you get ready to go, bro.
Oh yeah. I just about to tell. I'm about to say, tell the people like, listen, y'all. If you've ever dated a Gemini, had a bad experience with them, give it another shot. I guarantee you, the next time is gonna be different. Are you gonna see some similarities? Yes, maybe, but they're not gonna be the same person. Character is all. Just pay attention to the character. Forget about the sign. Pay attention to the character, especially that if that's all you keep attracting. You keep attracting them for some reason. So take that traumatic experience, ball it up, sage whatever you got to do, burn it. I don't care, but don't let one Gemini be or not be a blessing for you. Because I'm guarantee you, he or she is not gonna do what that last one did, and that's it.
Well, I want you to stay right there. Let me say this though too, and I'm saying this because I'm being nice today. When you let a good Gemini go, you're gonna pay for that for the rest of your life. Sorry, I have to say it. I have to say it.
That's the truth.
You're gonna pay for that for the rest of your life, one way or the other. Because one thing about us Gemini, we with you, we with you. We don't care about the money. We don't care about none of that. We with you, we with you. So when you let other people, and then all of a sudden we say, oh yeah, whatever it is, just understand. I'm gonna repeat it again. You're gonna pay for that the rest of your life.
Yep.
You
Most
are.
that.
Yes, you are. I don't care what level you're on. You're gonna pay for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Because you don't throw away a genuine Gemini. No, no, no. There's stuff you got to pay for.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
So
I
if you have
agree.
my channel, Underrated Darkness, Y'all sure the number one grinder got talking with Todd, and like again, we got another one dealing with hip hop coming soon. I'm not, brother. Let me know you get home safely. But we're going to talk about this. It's going to be soon. I believe it's going to be sometime next month. We got to talk about that. What
Yeah,
to a good time? I think it's going to be really nighttime. But this is a story that is growing, and as being him be hip hop heads and everything, it's disturbing.
yeah,
And I can say this, Brother Todd, I've heard about Brother Todd, he told me more about it, and I'm just letting you know right now, Brother. I already let Brother Todd know I'm going in, but
good, good. Cause so
I'm
am I.
going in. I'm going in. I'm going in. So it's going to be people. Oh, I'm going in. I'm letting you know right now. So what? I'm just letting you know. Don't be surprised. You're gonna see the real. I mean, you're gonna see Jimmy. You gonna. Nah, it ain't happen. No. Because when all I can say is when it has been right disrespect a icon, I got a big problem with that, and I know you do too, brother. I got a
Oh
problem
yeah,
with that. And you put on the airwaves that you come on now, and I know you've been eating. I'm not gonna say the names, but we gonna say the name. And I know you've been eating for a long time off of people. If
yeah.
it wasn't for them, you would not be eating.
Let's save it for the show, bro. Let's
And
save
I'm
it for
gonna
the
leave it
show,
just like
man.
that.
Yep.
I just want to give people stimulate the brain. We ain't gonna say. I'm just pointing it out. But we
Got
come.
you. For sure. I'm definitely
Thank you,
with
brother.
it.
Appreciate
For
that.
sure. Thank you for everybody watching, everybody in the comments. We out of here, y'all.
All right.
Indeed.
Salute. Peace.